TD Bank giving over bank records for Fusion GPS to the House Intelligence Committee. The bank records show dozens of financial transactions, may show whether anyone at the FBI, when it was run by James Comey, helped pay Fusion for that anti-Trump file and much more. The DNC and Clinton campaign helped pay for it. Republicans have alleged the dossier was used by the FBI to get FISA warrants for Michael Flynn and former Trump campaign aide Carter Page obtained. Fusion went to court to block this move and argued unsuccessfully that its personal bank records could reveal client information and could step on its First Amendment rights, and that this information could leak. TD Bank stock ended the day in the red, a fourth of a percent down, trading at $60 a share. Let's bring in the lead plaintiff in the NSA surveillance lawsuit. He is Judicial Watch and Freedom Watch founder. He's Larry Klayman. Good to see you, Larry.
Liz, good to see you, too.
Larry,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. What will you be looking for in Fusion's bank records?
Well, first of all, let me say there was a symmetry there in your introduction. The judge who ordered that these documents be turned over is the same judge who ruled in our favor in the NSA case and found that the unconstitutional surveillance was illegal. Richard Leon, he's a very fine judge. Well, money tells the tale. Follow the lead, see where it goes, see who's involved, and there's no really risk of releasing confidential information. There are protective orders that are issued, that kind of thing. It's just important for the congressmen to obey the law, and if they don't obey the law, they should be held accountable by the House Ethics Committee.
This is something Lindsey Graham says he's very concerned about. It doesn't matter if it's Trump, if it's a Democrat in office, if it was Marco Rubio who won, it's that there are individuals in the government doing surveillance. He's scared about it. He's saying every American should be scared about it. There's also concern that Fusion allegedly paid journalists, that journalists were on Fusion's payroll. And Fusion so far, Larry, has not denied that. What does this mean about paying journalists?
Well, that would be highly unethical at a minimum. It could be illegal. It could be part of a RICO conspiracy here. May tie in the Clintons to that. To the extent there's an investigation here, we can talk about that in a bit. But it'd be very serious if the journalists were being paid. That compromises their integrity, and it could make them part of a conspiracy to violate the law. Again,
we don't know yet if they were paid or what they were paid for, if they were paid to talk about, you know, Trump-Russia collusion, the file that was built by Christopher Steele and Fusion GPS. Senators Chuck Grassley and Lindsey Graham last week sent a criminal referral to the Justice Department to open a criminal investigation of Christopher Steele, the author of that file. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I think what Congress is doing right now, that's fine, but that's not going to do it in and of itself. We know that our Attorney General, who is now being praised by Chuck Schumer, and that tells you something, he wants him to stay, that an internal Justice Department investigation is not the way to go here. If a special counsel is okay for Robert Mueller and the president, it's good enough with regard to the Democrats, Fusion GPS, Uranium One. I've suggested that I'm available if someone wants to make that recommendation and nomination, because you need somebody who will get the job done. And Jeff Sessions right now, you can see from Schumer supporting him continuing to be Attorney General, is not the guy to do it. We need somebody independent to do it. Sessions, by the way, may have been wiretapped himself in terms of the trigger that Fusion GPS dossier caused. It caused a wiretap of the Trump Tower. Sessions may be on some of those wiretaps. That may be why he's so timid about proceeding. I have no faith that this Justice Department will actually do anything in a thorough and aggressive way.
The FBI is saying that they confirmed the contents of the file, and that's why they got the FISA warrants. You're right. It sounds really like it needs a more complex probe underway to get to the bottom of it. Let's get to Hillary Clinton. Reports now that the Justice Department is reopening its investigation into the Clinton Foundation's pay-to-play and possibly Hillary Clinton's private email use. But you say all this could be a sham. Why?
Well, because I've lived a long time, Liz, as a lawyer here, 30 years, fighting the Clintons, fighting others in the government. First founding Judicial Watch, now Freedom Watch. You can see that at freedomwatchusa.org with our petition to have me appoint a special counsel. But I've seen it before. It gets covered up. And there's an internal desire inside of that Justice Department. 97% of Justice Department lawyers either voted for Obama or Clinton or contributed to their campaigns. Now, they're not inclined to do a thorough investigation of the emails. It needs to be given to a special counsel who is not beholden to the deep state in the Justice Department, which, by the way, has become very corrupt. And we had a ruling out here in Las Vegas, Nevada today that the FBI and the Justice Department covered up destruction of evidence here, and the Bundys had their indictment dismissed. This is another outrage, another major scandal for the FBI and for the Justice Department.
Larry Klayman, we love having you on the show. Come back soon, sir.
Thank you.